Don't ignore the small things.
I've always been the kind of person who notices things most people ignore. Not in a smart way, just small stuff. Like when someone repeats the same sentence twice, exactly the same way, same tone, same pause. Or when a place looks clean but doesn't feel used. I don't know why, but those things stick with me. I don't usually say anything though, because most of the time it's nothing. At least that's what I tell myself. This happened around early 2023. I had just finished my exams and I needed some quick money. Nothing serious, just something temporary. That's when an old school friend messaged me. We hadn't talked in years, like completely out of nowhere. To be honest, that should have been my first red flag, but I ignored it. I didn't want to be rude. He said his uncle needed someone to stay at his house for a few days, house sitting. Easy money, just feed the dog, stay overnight, keep the place occupied. That's it. I didn't think too much about it. I needed the cash, and honestly, I didn't want to seem rude by saying no, especially after he reached out after so long. Looking back now, that was a huge mistake. The house was about 40 minutes away from my place, quiet area, not isolated, but not busy either. The kind of place where, if something happens, no one really notices. When I got there, the uncle was already waiting outside, mid-40s maybe, clean clothes, like properly ironed. No smell, no sweat, nothing, just neutral. He smiled when he saw me, but I don't know why, it felt held, like he was making sure his face stayed that way. "Thanks for coming," he said. "Not many people are reliable these days." That line stuck with me. It sounded normal, but also practiced, like he had said it before, a lot. He showed me around the house, living room, kitchen, bedroom. Everything looked normal, too normal. No personal photos, no family pictures, no random clutter. Even the shelves were empty. It felt like a house pretending to be lived in. Then he stopped and told me the rule. "The back door stays unlocked at night," he said. I looked at him. "Why?" I asked. "For the dog," he said quickly. "He likes to go out sometimes." That didn't fully make sense, but I nodded anyway. I didn't want to question it too much. I didn't want to be difficult. That's the thing. You try to be polite, even when something feels off. He left after that, said he'd check in occasionally. The first night, everything was fine at first. I watched TV, ate some food. The dog stayed quiet, too quiet, like it was there, but not really reacting to anything. Around midnight, I noticed something. The back door was slightly open. I was sure I had closed it. I walked up to it, locked it properly, checked the handle twice. Then I went back to the couch. 10 minutes later, I heard a soft sound, like the door shifting. I got up again, walked slowly back. It was open, again. My stomach felt tight. I stepped outside, looked around. Nothing. No movement, no sound. I told myself it was the wind, even though there was no wind. The next morning, I checked the house properly, trying to convince myself everything was normal. That's when I saw it. Near the back door, there were 2 pairs of shoes. Not just mine, another pair. Old, muddy, like they had been used recently. I just stood there, staring at them. I didn't remember seeing them before, at all. I moved them slightly to the side, like that would somehow explain it. Then I walked away. I didn't ask, I didn't call anyone. I didn't want to sound paranoid. That's the problem. You don't want to be that guy, so you ignore things. Later that day, the uncle called me. "Everything good?" he asked. "Yeah," I said. Then he said something that didn't sit right. "Door working fine?" he asked. My grip tightened on the phone. I hadn't mentioned the door at all. "Yeah, it's fine," I said. There was a small pause. "Good," he said. Then he hung up. The second night, I didn't feel comfortable anymore, but I stayed, because leaving felt rude. That's the part I regret the most. Around 1 a.m., I heard footsteps inside the house. Slow, measured, like someone was walking carefully. I sat up straight, didn't move. The dog didn't bark. That made it worse. The footsteps stopped near the hallway. I grabbed my phone, walked slowly toward the sound. The hallway was empty, but one of the doors was slightly open. I was sure it was closed before. I pushed it open slowly. Inside was a small room. Barely any furniture, just a table and a laptop, still on. I stepped closer. On the screen, there was a live camera feed of the living room, exactly where I had been sitting earlier. My chest felt heavy, like something dropped inside it. Then I saw something worse. Next to the laptop, there was a file, printed pages, stacked neatly. I flipped through them. Photos, screenshots, social media profiles. My photos. Old posts, recent ones, even things I had deleted. And next to them, notes. Lives alone sometimes, comes when asked, doesn't question much. My hands started shaking. I couldn't stop it. This wasn't random. I was chosen. That's when I heard the front door open. I froze, didn't move, didn't breathe. Footsteps again, closer this time. I walked out slowly, and he was there. The uncle, standing in the living room. Same smile, same exact face. "You weren't supposed to go in there," he said calmly. "I think I should leave," I said. My voice felt off, like it didn't belong to me. He tilted his head slightly. "Why?" he asked, like he didn't understand the question. Then he said something that made everything worse. "You said you needed the money." My stomach dropped. "I'll pay you extra," he said. "You're just nervous. It happens." Like he was trying to calm me down, like nothing was wrong. I didn't respond. I just started walking toward the door, and that's when I saw them, outside. People, standing in the yard, not moving, just there, watching. "You're overreacting," he said behind me. One of them spoke. "Just stay." Another voice, "Don't make it weird." Their voices were calm, flat, like they were correcting me. Not angry, not aggressive. That made it worse. My chest felt tight, like I couldn't breathe properly. I didn't argue. I just opened the door, walked past them. No one stopped me, but no one moved either. They just stood there, watching, in complete silence. I got to my bike.
Started it. I didn't look back. Not until I reached the main road, and when I did, they were still there, standing in a line, watching. I left that night, didn't go back. Next day, I blocked my friend, deleted the chat. 2 days later, I tried to find the house again. I couldn't. The location didn't exist properly on maps, like it wasn't supposed to be there. Then I searched my friend's number. Inactive. Completely. I checked his social media. Last post. From 2 years ago. Nothing after that. No updates. No activity. I still don't know who that man was, or those people. But I know one thing. They didn't pick me randomly. And the most terrifying part isn't what happened. It's what they were waiting for.
This happened sometime in mid-2022. I had just started freelancing online. Small gigs, nothing stable. Money was getting tight. Like, really tight. So when I got a message on LinkedIn about a short-term job, I didn't think too much. Looking back now, that was a mistake. It was from someone named Neha. Professional tone, quick replies, everything looked normal. She said it was a data verification project. 2 nights, good pay. All I had to do was check physical documents. That's it. I needed the money, and honestly, I didn't want to seem rude by asking too many questions, so I agreed. The location was on the outskirts of the city, not completely isolated, but quiet. Too quiet. When I got there, a man was already waiting outside. Mid-40s, clean shirt, no wrinkles. Even his shoes looked untouched. He smiled when he saw me, but I don't know why. It didn't feel natural. It felt like he was holding it, like he practiced it. "You must be here for the project," he said. I nodded. "Good," he said. "Punctual people are rare." That line stuck with me. It sounded normal, but the way he said it, like he'd said it before, many times. He took me inside. The place looked like a small office. Desks, chairs, files, everything perfectly arranged. Too perfect. No dust, no personal items, no signs of actual work happening. Then he stopped near a desk and said, "We don't allow phones inside the work area." I paused. "Why?" I asked. "Client confidentiality," he said immediately. "Sensitive documents." It made sense. It really did. But something about how fast he answered, it felt ready. Still, I handed over my phone. He placed it in a drawer, locked it. I heard the click. That sound stayed with me. The work itself was simple. Names, addresses, ID numbers, just matching data. Nothing strange. At first. But after a while, I started noticing something. Some names felt repeated. Not exactly the same, but similar. Like slight changes. One letter different, or numbers shifted. I told myself it was normal, database stuff, but it kept happening. Around midnight, I got up to use the restroom. The hallway's lights were dim, almost yellow. As I walked past one of the rooms, I heard voices, low, controlled. I stopped. The door was slightly open. I looked inside. 2 men, sitting across from each other, not talking, not moving, just staring. I stood there for a second, confused, because I was sure I heard voices. Shh. I stepped back quietly, went back to my desk. When I sat down, the man was already there, behind me. I didn't hear him come in at all. "Is everything okay?" he asked. "Yeah," I said, trying to sound normal. Then he said something that didn't sit right. "You shouldn't wander too much." My grip tightened. I hadn't told him I left the room. just nodded, didn't say anything. The second night felt worse. Same silence, same work, same controlled feeling. No one talked unless necessary. Even footsteps felt measured. And him, he kept watching. Not directly, but enough. Around 2 a.m., the system froze. The screen just stopped. He wasn't in the room, so I got up, looking for him. That's when I noticed a door at the end of the hallway, slightly open. I don't know why, but I walked towards it, slowly, pushed it open. Inside, there were shelves, filled with files, a lot of them, too many, each one labeled, with names. I picked one, opened it. Photos, printed screenshots, social media profiles, notes written beside them. My chest felt tight. I grabbed another file. Same thing, different person, same kind of notes. Works alone, financial pressure, responds quickly. My hands started shaking. Then I saw one file with my name on it. I just stood there for a second, not moving. Then I opened it. Everything was there. My photos, my posts, even things I had deleted. And at the bottom, one line, compliant, low resistance. I felt cold, like something dropped inside me. This wasn't random. This wasn't a job. I was selected. That's when I heard footsteps behind me. I turned. He was standing at the door. Same smile, same exact expression. "You found it," he said. I didn't even think. "I think I should leave," I said. He tilted his head slightly. "Why?" he asked, like he didn't understand. "You're doing good work," he said. "We chose you for a reason." That word, chose, it didn't feel normal anymore. "You needed money," he said calmly. "We're helping you." I didn't reply. I just started walking towards the exit. That's when I saw them. People, standing in the hallway, not blocking me, but not moving either. Just watching me. One of them said, "Don't overreact." Another voice, "Just finish the job." Their voices were calm, flat, like they were correcting me. I didn't argue. I just kept walking, past them, through the hallway. He followed, slow steps, not rushing. I reached the main door, opened it, and outside, more people, standing in a line, not talking, not moving, just watching me. Shh! I didn't stop. I walked past them, then faster, then ran. I didn't look back until I reached the road. They were still there, standing, in a straight line, watching. I never went back. The next day, I tried calling Neha. Number didn't work. Her LinkedIn, gone, completely gone. 2 days later, I searched the building. It showed up, but listed as closed permanently. For over a year. No business, no company, nothing. I still don't know what that place was or what those files were for, but I know one thing. They weren't collecting data. They were choosing people. And the most terrifying part isn't what happened. It's what they were waiting for.